I actually started as an intern. I actually was attending MSOE, started full-time in 1989, and it's been exciting ever since.
Congrats to Brian on 35 years. When I start to think of all the contributions that he's made to TAPCO over all these years, I'm flooded with a lot of fond memories.
Everybody knows Brian Sr., yeah. And I mean, especially after, being at TAPCO for, 35 years, there's plenty of times where I'll go ask him for input on something and he's like, oh yeah, we use this sensor or this camera or this type of technology, on a project back 25 years ago.
I've worked with Brian Scharles for 32 and a half years. He hired me, and for probably about 25 of those years, he was my direct supervisor. Learned a lot from Brian. He's been a great mentor.
I got the internship just doing data processing for TAPCO. Really found what Brian was doing to be kind of what I wanted to do in my career, which is working with all of the newest technology, basically making something work from nothing, from plans to actually working out in the field. And he was one of those bosses that wouldn't just get a plan together, he'd be out in the field with you working.
If you look at what we are today and what makes us special, it is Brian Sr. And so that to me is, he'll never talk about that. I don't know if he even sees it, to be honest with you. But, when I talk about what makes us different and what makes us special, he's the first person that comes to mind.
One of the better examples that I can think of Brian's character and his commitment and his leadership talents was when he received a call from the State Department of Transportation's ITS director on a Good Friday, and got all the staff together and they proceeded to get everything accomplished by Monday morning.
Brian Sr. always likes to say, if you're not intrigued, you're in trouble. And that definitely has stuck with me and has, I think, resonated with a lot of people here, especially as TAPCO has become an innovative leader in the traffic space.
One of the biggest things that we always try to do is work as hard as Brian. It's kind of a running joke. Nobody can work as hard as Brian. It's pointless to try. I gave it my best shot for the last 15 years, but still can't hold a candle to how much work that Brian gets done on a daily basis.
Don't, just say, no, I can't figure it out. Figure it out. Come up with a way to figure it out. It's just, there's gotta be a solution somewhere. And sometimes it's more challenging than others.